Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Moon Bunny, and today we have some subscription boxes to open. I actually got both of them at once for once, and I thought maybe let's open them up together. I do have a second Owlcrate coming. I did subscribe for the adult fantasy. However, it is stuck in shipping purgatory, and I have no idea when it's going to get here, so I just decided to do this without it. I'm probably going to make its own video if you guys are interested in that. Maybe do like a little review of it. I've never done the fantasy or the adult fantasy before, at least, so I would like to do a video giving my thoughts and opinions on that. I had been sitting on that wait list for like over a year, and then finally, literally just this week, I finally got the announcement for it. And I think they announced it one other time that there's an opening, but I was in between paychecks, so I couldn't sign up for it. So I'm excited to try it out this time, but a lot of people said it's literally just like adult smut and fantasy, which it's okay. I don't really mind those kind of themes, but I was hoping like for like maybe darker fantasy books, but we'll see. We'll see when it gets here. I think we'll start off with Owlcrate first. I always get just the books because I never know what to do with the extra things I get, and they're always for like the books I either haven't read or don't like, so I always just get the books. Then I don't need like the extra stuff, so if this feels kind of boring to you, I'm sorry. But I think it's okay because then you can really showcase and focus on the book, which I feel like is the main part of the box. Ooh, alrighty. I think I'm gonna end up liking this one. This is What the Woods Took. Oh, you can see the glare on it. Ooh, I like the back. It's got this art of the deer. I always like dark, like folktale-y, cottagecore type stories. Ooh, oh, you can't really see it with the glare. Let's try cutting into this. Hopefully I do not ruin my book. I always get so nervous trying to get the plastic wrap off without damaging my book. Alright, I think I got a hole. I just cut my nails the other day, so I can't just poke a hole in it with my nails. Aha! There we go. Now you can see the edges. It's very lovely. Oh, I know my lighting's kind of crap, but there we go. It's got this ferns. Oh, I really love this. Now, there we go. There's a nice look of the cover. Now that we got the plastic wrap off, I love this back. I love the quote, "If you're reading this, send help." Like, that instantly makes me want to read it. Okay, let's open the first page. Alright, interesting. Ooh, they got some gilding on it. Alright. Okay, so much to take in at once. We'll start with the actual book. Love this green gilding. That's definitely a different choice. Oh, and I like the back says, "Don't be scared of the dark." Nice and shiny. Then the inside. Interesting choice for the art. It's a little hard to see. I love how it has like this side gilding. I know you can't really see the picture. It's really dark even in person, so but there's like a river And it looks like they're either training for something or have a rescue team going. I can't quite tell. Oh, this is also signed. This also has one of those fancy silk ribbons. Ooh, it's like a nice shiny green color. We'll see what the back end pages are. Interesting choice, interesting choice. You can't, it's really dark, even in person, but she's like holding a knife to this guy's throat in his sleep, I'm assuming. So, interesting, interesting. We'll see what the inside looks like. Just a creepy dark forest. Interesting. This seems like maybe it's like a survivalist kind of story. Like maybe there's like something about this forest that's like turning people against each other. Let's try to get this back on, and then we can read the synopsis for it. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know why I struggle so hard with dust jackets. Alright, what is the story? Devin Green wakes in the middle of the night to find two men in her bedroom. No stranger to a fight, she calls to her foster parents for help, but it soon becomes clear this is a planned abduction, one everyone but Devin signed up for. She's shoved in a van and driven deep into the Idaho woods, where she's dropped off with a cohort of equally confused teens. Finally, two camp counselors inform them that they've all been enrolled in an experimental therapy program. If the campers can learn to change their self-destructive ways and survive a 50-day hike through the wilderness, they'll come out the other side as better versions of themselves, or so the counselors say. Devin is immediately determined to escape. She's also determined to ignore Sheridan, the cruel-mouthed, lavender-haired bully who mocks every group exercise. But there's something strange about these woods. Inhuman faces appearing between the trees, visions of people who shouldn't be there flashing in the leaves. And when the campers wake up to find both counselors missing, therapy becomes the least of their problems. Stranded and left to fend for themselves, the teens quickly realize they'll have to trust each other if they want to survive. But what lies in the woods may not be as dangerous as what the campers are hiding from each other, and if the monsters have their way, no one will leave the woods alive. Interesting. That actually sounds extremely interesting. So yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking when I saw the photos, that there's got to be like something in the woods that's kind of like turning them on each other. Oh, I almost want to put this on my TBR now. I kind of want to put this at the top. I'm usually a mood reader, but like this actually sounds really interesting. I'll put it up here. I already have like a pile of books from my last video I never put away. Alright, let's get into the Illumicrate. Oh, interesting. Homaging luck. Oh, this actually looks familiar. This little design on the front. It's very shiny. This, I think I actually saw this on like, I want to say Barnes & Noble or Goodreads. And the back says 8 misfits, 2 hexes, 1 last heist. This definitely sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen this advertised somewhere before. If I'm making you anxious, I'm sorry. I'm making myself anxious too if it makes you feel better. One of these days, I just know I'm gonna end up cutting into one of them. I really love the colors on this one. It's got like this fun, like, vaporwave 80s, like, holographic colors with like the gold shine And then look at the edges. Look how fun that is. But yeah, the back. So let's take a look on the inside. Okay, that's fun. It really has a like nice little cyberpunk feel to it. That's the back pages. Oh, some of the other characters. Okay, the book itself is really fun. And the back. That's actually pretty cool. This kind of makes me want to read it. I've noticed these last two books, they haven't done a reverse dust jacket. I think that's okay though, because if they're gonna go out on the actual book like this, I think that's okay. Because then I can just take off the dust jacket. Because compared to this, the dust jacket looks a little meh. So this would actually be cool to just put out like this and then display. Is this signed? Oh, it is signed. Ooh, they used a nice silver. I love silver Sharpie for some reason. That's one of my favorites. Oh, I don't. For some reason, I was thinking Illumicrate did like the little author notes the same way Owlcrate did. It's okay. Let's see what the synopsis for this is. Hamajong. I'm gonna see if I am pronouncing that right. Is there a way to pronounce this? Oops. Hamajong. Oh, interesting. Okay, I thought maybe this was, the pattern looked, I thought it was like maybe, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought like it had kind of like an African looking pattern, like maybe something like from Nigeria, but this is actually from what I googled, Hawaiian or Polynesian theme, and Hamajong is a Hawaiian term, and it's kind of refers to its meaning is like all messed up or something like that. So that's interesting. So yeah, let's see. Definition: in a disorderly or chaotic state, messed up, chiefly in predictive use. A borrowing from Hawaiian pidgin. I don't think I pronounced that right. I like how I just googled it and they literally had a description for it right at the top. I feel kind of stupid now. Okay, anyway, on to the description. Eddie is done with crime. 8 years behind bars changes a person, costs them too much time with too many of the people who need them most. And it's all Angel's fault. She sold Eddie out in what should have been the greatest moment of their lives. Instead, Eddie was shipped off to the icy prison planet spinning far below the soaring sky bridges and neon catacombs of Kepler's space station of home to spend the best part of a decade alone. But then a chance for early parole appears out of nowhere, and Eddie steps into the pallid sunlight to find none other than Angel waiting. And she has an offer. One last job, one last deal, one last target. The trillionaire tech god they failed to bring down last time. There's just one thing Eddie needs to do, trust Angel again, which also happens to be the last thing Eddie wants to do. What could possibly go all Hamajong about this plan? And this is described as Ocean 8 meets Blade Runner in this trailblazing debut science fiction novel and swashbuckling love letter to Hawaii about being forced to find a new home and striving to build a better one. Unmissable for fans of Gideon the Ninth or The Six of Crows. interesting. Not what I would have gotten out of that description, but I'm excited to read this now that I know that it's Hawaiian or based around Hawaiian themed stuff. That's not, you don't really like see Hawaiian or like Polynesian culture talked about very often or put into like the media, so this would be very interesting. Oh, okay, there's a blurb about the author here on the back. Makana Yamato was born on the island of Maui, splitting their time between the mainland and Hawaii. They grew up on beaches and in snowbanks. Always a scientist at heart, Makana fell in love with sci-fi as a teen. A writer from childhood, fiction became the perfect medium for them to explore their interests as well as reconnect with their culture. Cascading into a passion for diverse sci-fi, they currently live on the East Coast with their wife and 2 cats. Oh, that's cool. So they actually know, like, the history of Hawaii and everything. They used to live there. That's actually very cool. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty excited to read this now. And it's been a really long time since I've read a sci-fi. Alright, let's see if I can, oh, look at me! Getting the dust jacket on like an adult. Alright. So, here's our 2 books. I'm actually surprised with how big this one is. This one's a little bit bigger than the past Owlcrate books. But yeah. Alrighty guys, let me know what you think of these books, if they sound interesting to you, if you think I should read these first instead of some other books, which one you think sounds interesting. Wait, I think I already said that. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you read these yet? Do you recommend them? Have you read them and didn't like them? Let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, see you next time.